Hello, I'm Ver Schure, host of Talk of the Town, and welcome to WHTC.com. We are at the new Holland Civic Center place. It's an exciting place right now, as it's just days before the official opening on Saturday, and it's going to be exciting. The doors will open with a ribbon-cutting ceremony at 10 a.m., and then the actual tours will probably start about 10:15 until 3 o'clock, and refreshments will be served for an hour. So it's going to be very, very, very exciting. And we're about to go through our tour right now, and let's see what's going on. Andrea Wiggins is with us, and she is the director here at the Civic Center.
Marketing director
at the Civic Center place. I have to get used to that, the Civic Center place. So let's walk along. Gary Stevens is our photographer, and also Brent Allen is with us. So I'm going to walk. I don't feel safe walking back.
Walking is a good thing, Ed.
That's right. A lot of last minute, Andrea, things going on right now, getting ready.
A lot of, just cleaning, just kind of polishing the floors right now, which you can see over here, overlooking the farmers market. We have these 5 new rolling doors that go up. This is going to be a great space. This is also where the farmers market's going to be located in the wintertime. So it's going to be just a really great space, and the doors are going to be great because the farmers can actually just back their trucks up and unload their stuff, so it's going to be really convenient for them as well. And I also think it'd be a great space for a wedding or a get-together, just because you have the indoor and outdoor space.
And I was just going to ask you that, because I'm thinking like a new car show, like the new car dealers association.
Yeah.
Like they do in Grand Rapids. We don't have to drive to Grand Rapids anymore and have all the car dealers, here, and it would be very, very exciting, because you certainly have the garage doors and you have the room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's continue our walking here. You might hear some very loud machinery here, getting things ready.
So the first place that we'll go into now is what most people are probably used to seeing is the gym, but we actually call it now the Great Hall. And so we have some last minute touches, and you can kind of see, this is actually nice to be able to see, but on the one side you can see the beautiful gym floor, and then you can actually see what it looks like too with the carpeting. So, we'll have the carpeting laid if we're having events and that kind of thing, and then for sporting events and so forth, we'll have, of course, the floor open. So it really looks, I think, fabulous. And you can also see too the bleachers. It's kind of amazing right now. The bleachers are all completely pushed in. So with the capacity, with the bleachers pushed in, we can actually fit about 575 people for dinner at Rounds, and about 1,200 theater style, not including the bleacher seating.
Yes, what is your new capacity for this room? Say, like for any big events that are coming up, what would be your capacity?
Yeah, again, it would be about 575 at seated Rounds, and then about 1,200 if it was theater style, not including the bleachers.
Okay, that's very interesting. And when I did a concert here back in 1969, I did 3 of them. I did Gary Puckett, I did Tommy James, and I did the Hollies.
Oh, perfect.
And we were always, thinking of the capacity, because we only charged $3 a ticket. Right. So, and it was, well, those were the days, I guess.
Absolutely.
So,
that's a good price.
And maybe we were going to get share for $4. No, I'm kidding. But $3 a ticket, and we were basing it on the capacity of 2,300 people or whatever, And but it worked out very well. So
right, absolutely.
With the Hollies, we were so excited because we got them between a Chicago and a Detroit concert.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think this is a great facility. It has a lot of history here. The community is excited about it and excited about the opening of it. And, we really want this to be a place where the community always feels welcome. I think that's really the main thing. And I think that hopefully you saw that, we have released one person that's going to be coming in January, and that's Ron White. And so that's kind of a little bit of a special announcement that was just released. So he'll be here in January, and the tickets it'll be announced the beginning of October as far as when they'll be on sale.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. He's always fun.
Oh yeah.
Are you
very
gonna allow him to
funny.
smoke a cigarette? I hope not. Yeah.
No smoking.
Yeah,
No
that's
smoking.
right.
He'll have to do that outside. Yeah.
We had Tommy James here. His mother was here. They surprised him. She lives in Niles.
Oh my goodness.
And we surprised him with that. And then he wanted to leave after the first set. I said, no, we have a contract, But she was very nice lady. Very nice lady. It was a lot of fun. So. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, let's
Perfect.
move around.
Okay, well, let's move out to, I think one of the best rooms. It's hard for me to really narrow it down and select just one, but that's going to be the atrium, which is also the lobby.
The lobby, yeah.
Yes.
This is the
atrium,
the
community atrium.
Yeah.
And I just would like to point out too, again, going back to, really being connected with the community, this will be open to the community and to the public as long as there's not events going on, and we will have free Wi-Fi.
No, a lot of people think because it's a new building that the rates will be much, much higher, like the book sale, the AAUW book sale, or some of the Gem and Mineral show that you have here,
Well, our rates are, anybody can contact us to discuss the rates. We do offer a discount too for nonprofits, and there is some flexibility as far as the rates, depending on the food and all of that. But our rates, we have such a beautiful facility. I think it's hard to compare what we had versus what we have now. It's kind of night and day as far as that goes. Yeah.
Well, Gary, let's go through here and get the camera ready to show the beautiful glass atrium here. Wow, what a difference.
Yeah, so it's again,
look at this.
It's hard to compare the rates that we did have. This is just gorgeous. And I would like to point out that, Hayworth did donate $500,000 worth of furniture, and you can see all of this furniture. This was all donated to us by Hayworth, and it's all just absolutely gorgeous. And I think it's so multifunctional. There's so many uses for this space. You could have a cocktail party out here. It's a great space just for the community to be at, to enjoy, to be together. And the one thing that I really do want to point out, and there's been a lot of conversation about, are these beautiful tulip chairs that Hayworth
I've heard about these.
for us.
Gary, come along with us here. And we've noticed the big fireplace out here at the center of the atrium.
Yeah,
it's
so
beautiful.
There's two things I want to point out here. This is a really special space. So we have these two tulip chairs that were given to us by Hayworth, which are just absolutely spectacular. And then right behind that, this is just such a special space because right behind here too, if you look up above the fireplace, we have the old bleachers that were here originally. And so, it's just kind of tying in the new with the old, but it's just really fabulous. I can't say enough great things about how special this area really is because it's just kind of iconic of Holland, and it represents Holland to me when I see it. And bringing the new and the old Civic Center and now the Holland Civic Center placed together. It's really
I'd like to,
spectacular.
while I have you right here next to me, I'd like to ask you, could I use these for Talk of the Town and guests? The tulip chairs.
I think so.
Wow.
You can use them if you come here and film. Absolutely.
That's right,
yeah,
sure.
For sure. We would love to have
I'm
you.
thinking a new venue here to host the show every day.
Because this is perfect. Yeah. And what great backdrop.
Look at those old bleacher seats.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
It's fabulous. And you're going to see those throughout some of the other areas of the building as well. And you can see kind of up there as well, the second floor. Over here is where we will have all of our concessions. As most of you probably know, the Holland Christian will still be hosting their games here. Their first game is December 4th. And December 4th and 7th they'll play here. So we'll have concessions for them and other events that will be hosted here.
No, I thought I heard from Nathan Box, who's on the advisory board here.
Yeah.
I heard from him once that a lot of people didn't like to go to concessions during the game because they'd miss the game. And he's saying that they may have, hopefully, monitors out there. So will there be people videotaping the game? Or?
That's my understanding that will be.
I don't want to pin you down, but what a great idea.
Yeah, I think that is a hope that will be able to happen.
And they're going to have monitors up here in the atrium so you don't miss the game,
Yeah,
So.
actually, the monitors will be right at the concession. So if you're, not to put me on the spot, but now that you did, we will have monitors there, so you should be able to still be able to view the game while you're getting your nachos, your pizza.
I went to a lot of Holland Christian games, so I am a alumnus 63.
Oh my gosh,
Of
that's
Holland Civic.
fantastic.
There's a lot of exciting games
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Boy, we're talking to Andrea Wiggins. And what is your official title?
Sales and marketing.
Sales and marketing. Okay. We'll let Gary roam about here with. So, yeah, let's go over to the concession stand.
We'll envision the new 65-inch monitors that Andrea's going to put up for us.
Now
that you're on the spot.
Absolutely. No, don't put me on the spot, but no, that's fine.
The woodwork is beautiful here. This is just
Here's my tulip chair right here in front of us.
That's your chair.
That would be for me.
the
The,
micro tulip.
the micro tulip chair, yes.
So, in fact, you can see that we're missing a lot of our items still from the concession. So, as far as the concessions in the kitchen, we're still working on getting some of those. The concession should be in quite quickly, whereas the full service kitchen that we'll be putting in will be completed by the end of October.
Thank you so much for this preview. This is
Oh,
very
my
interesting. I'm having
pleasure.
a
Well,
great time.
thank you for coming by. We're excited to have you.
In the lobby here, in the atrium lobby here,
Yes.
they have time-lapse photography of putting the Civic Center together.
Yes,
And that's very exciting.
very exciting.
How much was the final cost for this? Do you know? Have you heard any figures bantered about? Or?
I've heard figures bantered about, but I would prefer not to say
Okay, that's
exactly.
fine.
Yeah.
But boy, I love that time-lapse photography.
And that'll be great, if you're hosting an event here, all of these monitors can be used.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people have, like, if you have an event, have a presentation or something.
Absolutely.
Like, they'd like to.
Absolutely. So this can all be connected in.
Okay. Gary, we're going to move forward here, and maybe, Gary, you can catch some of that time-lapse photography of when it actually started.
Yeah.
Started
Yeah.
construction. It's amazing. Did you have that? I've always heard that you had a hall or a wall of fame here. Is that ever going to be out? Do you know about that?
We do have a special wall that's upstairs.
Oh, okay.
There's
Because my
there's so
poster's
much-
there.
Oh.
The poster of the Hollies
Then
concert.
let's
So.
go upstairs.
It's up there.
Is it up there? Oh, Brent said he saw it up there. So we are going to go upstairs here. Nice bathroom facilities here.
And we'll take a look at some of the bathrooms. There's a multitude of bathrooms here, all handicap accessible, as well as, they've completely renovated the old locker rooms. There's a green room, and so everything is completely state of the art.
Let me ask you a question. Between floors, is there any elevators at all that you know of, or do they always have to use a stairway?
Not to my knowledge. Unless they're hiding one for me.
Well, we're going up here.
So we'll take you back that way. I promise.
Okay, this is wheelchair accessible here.
Yes.
So we're going to the second floor of the building right now.
And as you can see, we have women's bathrooms, men's bathrooms, family bathrooms. We also even have a breastfeeding area for mothers that are nursing, which is just fabulous. We have the state-of-the-art drinking fountains where you can refill your water here. And those are also located throughout the facility, which is
And there
great.
was, and I was saying here too that's really nice that there's so many bathroom facilities. I think at the old building there were just two,
Yeah, there's a ton.
in the front.
So getting back to your question, here's a little bit of our special wall. You can see this with some historic pictures kind of throughout. And so this is just a really special, this is a spectacular area. Again, I've said it before, but it's really hard to pick just what my favorite area of the building is because there's so many.
Look at the old Civic Center logo.
Exactly.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, it's just, they really did a fabulous job of incorporating the new and the old. And so, I'd just like to point out to Matt Van Dyke, who's been in charge of this project, just really did a fabulous job. He's with the city of putting this project together and seeing it to fruition. So.
Sure. I remember I see a sign here or see that banner for the home show.
Yeah.
And I remember the year that it changed from the Armory here in Holland
Oh, my
over to
goodness.
this
Yeah,
facility, and it was so
absolutely.
wonderful.
Yeah, so these pictures are just I mean, it's like going through a museum, really. I mean, and then the view of downtown Holland and the farmers market, it's just really spectacular here. So, again, they're just working up on, the polishings of the floors and cleaning up and some of those final little touches, but it's just really spectacular.
Here's Holland Christian High School. This is Art Tulls. He was the team general manager. And I love all the aircraft carrier haircuts. For some of these people, we call them flat tops. They talk about Miracle on 8th Street here. The 1990 Hope College women's basketball team won the NCAA Division III National Championship at the Civic Center in dramatic fashion with an after-the-buzzer free throw by Dina Disney after overcoming a 20-point deficit. And the WHDC broadcast of the game, that was by Ray Backus, had to be delivered from a lobby phone booth after the courtside telephone line went dead in the final minutes. Wow. How exciting. I recognize a lot of these people in the Holland Christian pictures. It was always, I'm so glad to see what you're doing this Sunday afternoon. I believe it's 3 p.m.
It is.
The hymn sing.
Absolutely.
They used to have a Sunday night hymn sing. Every Sunday night, I remember it was Don Brandt, I think was his name, who led the hymn sing. And people were having just an inspirational time at that hymn sing.
Absolutely. And, it's again kind of, bringing the new and the old together, because that was something that was very popular to be held here in the 50s and 60s. And so to have that as part of our opening weekend is really exciting for us. And it's open to everybody, to the public. It's a community-wide event. So we encourage everybody to come.
Sure. We look at graduations. I graduated from here. I remember that from the Civic Center in 63. Yeah. Holland Christian class of 63. So very cool. Famous names who have been here. I remember when Ronald Reagan was here. I believe that was in 1980 or 79. And it was raining that day. And I'll never forget, next to him on the truck.
1960.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, he spoke here in 1960, but this is when he was running for...
he came back. Okay,
yeah, and awesome. He was here with Nancy, and I remember that press truck running alongside of his car.
Oh, my gosh.
It was like cattle, all these journalists, I remember seeing Sam Donaldson and other people on that truck. Of course, who can forget all the Tulip Time events here? Local talent. We used to have, I remember when they started the Miss Holland pageant here.
Oh, yeah.
And Miss Holland.
I love looking at all of these memories and pictures.
All the sports of sorts. And all right, we're coming to the Hall of Fame. Come here once. I want to show this to you, Andrea.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the name on the bottom of the poster. Another Ed Ver Schure and Mark Vandenbosch. Entertainment experience. That was Wednesday, April 29th of 1970.
Oh my gosh, that's fabulous. I love that.
What people don't realize, we always use the trivia question where they had just come off the hit He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother. That was late 69.
Okay.
And the piano player on that song, that was the first appearance on a hit record of Elton John.
Oh,
he played
goodness.
the piano on that recording.
Well, see, now I've built up some extra trivia knowledge. You know? Yeah, it may lead me to a winning trivia night.
Right. Here we have Matt Urban, who was the Medal of Honor recipient. Everybody congratulating him as one of the most decorated World War II heroes. And more of a dedication ceremony. The original, November 16th, 1954 dedication ceremony featured the Holland High School faculty and students who depicted the beginning of the log church and traced development in education, culture, and industry along with recreation. And the Holland Windmill Chorus entertained the capacity crowd.
That's fabulous. Absolutely. Just the crowd is spectacular.
Yes. Very, very nice. Well,
and you can see there's been a lot of talk too about the Harlem Globetrotters you see in this
Yes,
picture here.
yes.
I think a lot of people we're hoping that they would actually be back there, not on tour at the moment, but I think it's certainly, I don't want to say for sure, but I think it's certainly, we're hopeful that they will come back here at some point in time.
And you have a picture here on this wall of the original historic location of the Civic Center. It was once the site of the Capon Birch Leather Company, and that was from 1857 and to 1927. It was acquired by the city. The year was 1941 for a mere $10,000.
Yeah, what a steal. What a great deal. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, where would you like to take us next?
Well, next, let's go this way.
And we thank all of our viewers and listeners at WHTC.com on the internet here.
So this has actually seen a lot of progress happening over the last couple of days. They're actually doing a dedication for this later today. And this is actually probably the best seat in the house. If you go up to the very top, the view is really spectacular. And this is so the old bleachers here combined, if you just want to take a look over here, and the old stairs. So it's just really, really spectacular to be able to see this. And this is really just a place for people to be able, the community to be able to hang out and to be able to look over downtown Holland and just kind of have that historic vibe.
Sure.
Yeah.
And maybe even a future viewing area for the Tulip Time Parade.
I would say this would be the best seat in the house. Absolutely. For sure.
Okay, shall we go into this area over here? Do you want to look? Yeah, give them a view out the window here as we are on the second floor. Why don't you give us kind of a narrative here?
Yeah, so we're just, and you know what? I misspoke. Look I've never used it, and we do have one elevator.
We have
So
an
there we
elevator.
go. We have an elevator. I knew we had to somewhere, so I do apologize for that. I just have never used it. So here is our elevator, completely handicap accessible.
Look at this viewing area up here for the game. Could be used for the games too, maybe?
Absolutely. I think this would be a great place to have a wedding with the balconies. This could also be used for conference space if people have separate meeting spaces that they want to have. This can all be separated. As you can see here, there's the pullouts where the rooms can be separated if they have breakout sessions and so forth. So this is really a multi-purpose room with a lot of possibilities, I think.
Sure,
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
And I don't know if you get concessions up here, if you have to go downstairs for the concessions, but you can probably eat up here during the game, maybe, if that's possible.
Absolutely.
Would that be open to the public?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is like the VIP area to me. You know, you got to get here early to be able to get this seating, right? So, yeah, I mean, it's just fabulous.
This is amazing, and way above the Civic Center, right near the ceiling here on the second floor, and it's spectacular.
And you can kind of see too, this is what it would look like if we did have breakouts. You know, this is where it would pull out. We could be could be separated if they have conference. A lot of conferences will have separate times where they need, smaller breakout areas for different purposes. So that would be perfect for that.
Wonderful. Well, it takes my breath away looking down here. Never dreamed that it would ever become this.
Yeah, it's really just...
We are on the north end of the Civic Center right now, looking down to the south. And I remember this used to be just reserved seating and stuff like this up here, but now spectacular.
And it may be something like that eventually too, but still will be available.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
And if you look towards the stage, you can see the giant screen TV on the stage, right? That's wonderful. Are we kind of winding down our tour here?
We're winding down the tour.
Okay, sorry.
So we're going to actually go downstairs.
We're going to head back downstairs. Very nice.
Storage area for our tables and chairs.
Very nice carpet in here too.
Oh yes, thank you.
Very comfortable.
I wish I could say I picked it out.
Is it like a Berber carpet? Almost like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of has its texture for sure.
Right, definitely. We're going to follow Andrea downstairs. So I have to hold on to because of my foot,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
onto the handle here.
We should have took the elevator.
What the heck were we thinking?
You know,
We just
I just come up
discovered
and down
that.
these stairs all the time and just never gave it a thought.
Well, I
You're,
know. If anybody asks, see,
yeah. Now I know you guys have, brought it to light for me.
Nothing else comes from this day. We now discovered the elevator.
Well, I think a lot has came already from today, so.
For sure. I just love the history in here, Andrea.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it's fabulous.
They preserve so much of the history of the Civic Center. I think that is just the coolest
And we'll
thing.
just give you a little sneak peek here too.
Oh,
So,
wow.
This is actually, we're behind the scenes right now of the stage. So just to kind of give your listeners a little bit of a sneak peek here.
Cool. So this is a lift here to get equipment up?
Yeah, absolutely, yep. I did know we had this.
Got a big door over there for more stuff?
Absolutely, yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
We have the new closet for the 92.7, the van transmitter right here.
And we have all new state-of-the-art audio and visual equipment.
Okay.
And so, you've probably seen that a little bit throughout with the big screens and some of that. It's really just spectacular.
You said there's a green room. Can we see that yet?
Yeah, you
Ready
can
to
see the green room if you want.
Check it out. See
In
what's
fact, I was just actually saying too, this is like the mother's room that I mentioned about, which is just a really great place for mothers that are nursing and that kind of thing. So we just really made this, really modern. So I'll give you a sneak peek of the green room.
Okay.
That's actually on the other side of the building.
Oh, okay.
We have to go back.
Remember for a WHCC interview, I did an interview with the Letterman when they were here back in the early 60s. And
Again, a multi-purpose room. This is primarily going to be used if we have touring groups coming in, but it could also be used as a small conference space if somebody had a small meeting that they wanted to host. That's not something that we put out there, but it's certainly something that we're willing to accommodate.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
With all the natural light coming in.
Yeah, it's
Love
really
that.
just a great space. It's just a nice place to just kind of hang out. Like, again, I said if we had, touring groups and that kind of thing would be fabulous. And it also has a connected bathroom as well. So, and I will also take you over to see the new locker rooms.
oh, okay. We are going down the South Hall
And
now.
you have another family restroom, and I'll just show you one because they're pretty much identical. But this is the women's locker room, so you guys probably have never been in one of these.
Never
Knock, knock.
Never
Okay, so this is the new locker rooms. A lot of storage. Trying to make the the best use of the space that we could. We've got bathrooms, a shower, so all completely updated. And the men's is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, just it's kind of the reflection of this.
Sure.
Other way.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This is again, all this natural light. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love this. Cool. The Holland Civic, is that the only team playing here at this point? Do you have any other schools that have showed any interest?
Well, I don't know about schools, but we will have some like adult teams that will do like basketball and Parks and Recs that are
Yes, right.
Recs team that are going to be here.
That was one of my questions. Yeah, but you
yeah,
have like after school basketball or early evening basketball?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. We're going to be doing that kind of stuff. And we do have a rate for people that are interested in just, renting the Great Hall by the hour for sporting events. So
good.
just to kind of give you that. So I know that going back to your question earlier about the rates, and I think that it makes it really affordable for those types of events as well.
Very nice.
Okay, so now we're just going to go back. It's actually John Seal. I'll just say, John, do you want to say hi to everybody? John is
Everybody. Hi, John Shield. John is
John is actually the interim executive director at the moment. So
Hi there.
I'm Ed Ver Schure from Talk
Glad
of
to
the
meet you.
Town.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have a nice chat.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. Thank you.
Oh,
And
excuse
he's
me,
been
sorry.
involved with the project since the beginning, since Venue Works has been involved. So he's actually been involved since the very beginning.
There's got to be a Herculean effort to coordinate everything.
Yeah. I mean, everybody, all hands on deck. So we've had everybody, from the corporate office of Venue Works here helping us out, over the next week and then the past week. And so, of course, the city has been integral in helping make all of this happen. And again, I said Matt Van Dyken, who's been in charge of this project. So, yeah, I think it's definitely not a one-person show for sure. Everybody, all hands on deck to make it all happen. So,
Well, with my show, I've been, talking to these people over the past months. I've
Yeah.
been talking to the city manager.
Oh,
I've been talking
absolutely.
to Matt Van Dyken. And
Yeah.
Nathan Box has been giving us some wonderful updates.
yeah, absolutely. And again, that's just another group of people that has been integral in making all of this happen. I mean, there's just not. There's so many people as far as getting it to even where it is today. I mean, all of the city members, the community members that were involved, the people that gave donations, whether it be $50 or $500,000. I mean, it's just been huge to see all of the community's support. I think that really we can't say enough of good things about all of that, and to see how excited the community is to see this reopening, if you will. It's very exciting.
So stop by on Saturday. The grand opening is at 10 o'clock with the ribbon cutting, and then you'll have until 3 o'clock to tour.
Absolutely. And we will be serving refreshments from 10:30 to 11:30. And I won't say where they're from, but they're going to be delicious.
A live broadcast on the van.
Absolutely. 12:15 to 2:15.
Oh, great for
Yeah.
that.
I'll be here.
Well-
Trying to break anything.
Good. Well,
I'll do my
I'd like
best.
shall we wrap it up now, or is that all right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining us here on our podcast and on the web at whtc.com. I'm Ed Ver Schure, host of Talk of the Town, along with Brent Allen, program manager for the van 92.7, and Gary Stevens has been our photographer. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you here soon. You'll be dazzled.